là, c'est pour la loi alimentaire. C'est bien remplissant de conditions.
É que vai ser isso.
This is an important forum for African governments and also for the government of Turkey. It is a trade cooperation forum where African countries and Turkey are, trying to strengthen the trade relationship, where African governments can benefit from the knowledge, the technology, and the financial resources that are available in the Turkish country, in the Turkish economy, whilst the Turkish government and its businesses can also benefit from the resources that are critical for industrial development in Africa. So therefore, this is an important forum for both Africans and also for Turkey. In essence, it's a mutual win-win, cooperation that we are trying to strengthen.
I think what Africa and Turkey, they've got a lot in common. Africa has got a young population that is raring to go and a vast human resources base. Well, Turkey has got a technology, advanced technologies that we can work together and collaborate for the mutual progression of both countries. Africa is ready to go, it's ready to grow, and we just not want to be part of the narrative, but we want to be the executors of what we are seeing happening at this conference. We want to bring this action into action.
First of all, one of the biggest policy moves around trade in Africa is called the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, and the idea is to increase intra-Africa trade. That means African countries trading among themselves, because again, that will help ensure that productivity and economic transformation takes place. But that is not possible really except with strong logistics, because there has to be movement of these goods. Now, the trade routes, the logistic routes that many of African countries had up to recently were built and developed during the colonial era. And many of them are national trade routes that are disconnected and makes movement of goods very expensive. As a matter of fact, in most places, the cost of logistics is as high as 40%. Now, Turkey has a very well-developed and robust logistics hub. And we also take into consideration what is happening with the Middle Corridor. So, trade among African nations needs to be powered by a strong logistics network, and Turkey can provide that. So that's an extraordinary collaboration that can help increase trade and relationships with African nations by 2030. And so this needs to be put in place. There are needs for infrastructure, railroads, dry ports, and smart logistics and all of that. And Turkey can bring in that. Turkey can also bring in its industrial power to support African countries in moving economic activities and scaling these activities across the continent. If these are put in place, you will also take away the frictions that affect trade. $75 billion is very little. Africa and Turkey can do even much more than that.
Türkiye-Afrika İş ve Ekonomi Forumumuzun kapanışını uğurluyoruz efendim. Teşekkürler.